there! This is a quick guide to using the find function with the MySQL Document Store. Today we're going to use the MySQL shell. As you can see, we're using version 8.0, and we will be in JavaScript mode for this session. You couldn't use other modes, but today we're going to use JavaScript. So the first thing to do is to connect to our server, and I'm also going to tell it, besides being root on the local machine, I want to talk to the world X schema. And of course, it prompts me for the password. And as you can see, we're connected using the X protocol, and we are using the schema world X, and it is accessible through the object name DB. So, how do you use find? Well, you have to use DB to talk to the schema, and then you give the collection name, which in this case is country info from the world X test database, and we put in find with no arguments and hit return, and we get a lot of information. Well, that's great, but what if you want to pare that down a little bit? What if you want to just use one record? Well, it's easy to do. In this case, we're going to look for the underscore ID equals USA, and putting that in there, we do indeed get USA. The underscore ID is what we saw. Now, what if you're looking for something buried deeper? If you look at this information we got here, what if we're looking for the continent, which is listed as geography.continent? Well, you basically put in, matching the case, geography.continent, and in this case we can also search for everyone else who's in the continent of North America. Oops. By the way, we throw these in here for entertainment, these little things. Gotta remember how to spell continent. And there we return 37 records, or 37 JSON documents. Well, what if we don't want all 37? What if we only want a sample? Well, we can limit the responses we get, and we can also skip over some of the first ones. I just picked the numbers 5 and 6 arbitrarily. So there we get 5 documents. Well, what if you want to qualify what you're looking for? Well, let's go back and let's look for countries that have gross national product greater than 8 with 6 zeros. Ta-da! Now, you can also specify exactly which fields you want. In this case, we want the fields for the name, and also list out the GNP for that record. And there we qualify that, and we get only the 2 fields specified. But what if you want to do even more? Let's go back, and if we need to specify something deeper in the JSON document, so like we want to get the continent, we can come back and type in the tag that we want. I'm going to remember to escape it properly with quotes, and also make sure we have the arguments with commas instead of dots. And there we get the 3 fields that we were requesting. Okay, Dave, that's not bad, but what if I want something else? What if I want to have a more complex search? Well, easy enough. Here we're going to sort them. This one isn't too meaningful, but it does show you how to add sort to a query. And we can also do things a little more complex. It's like we're looking for something beyond just Jamie. Oh, here we are, where we're just listing everything without the qualification in there. So we're sorting everything by GNP. And if we want to, we can actually sort by multiple fields. Here we're going to sort by GNP and name. Once again, this is for illustration only. It's not really useful. query. But we can do even more. What if we want a more complex search? Like where the GNP is greater than 500,000 and independent year is greater than 1500. So you can actually qualify your queries as deeply as you want. Now, those of you who love parameterized queries, hopefully to get rid of SQL injection, we'll be asking, well, can you bind variables to values? Well, yes, we can. Now we're going to look for name equals :country, which is our parameter that we're going to bind a value to. And then we bind country. Whoops, got to make sure that we match the case. And we're going to bind that value to the name Canada, or the string Canada. And there we get our information. We're looking for Canada, and we bound that value, and we got Canada. And if you're looking for more information, you can actually look in the MySQL manual to find out the BNR form of how the collection find function works. And with that, thank you for tuning in, and come back for more later. Thank you very much.